Hi, welcome back to the channel. See? You see? You see how different it would be? What up, people? So look, I've got another review in me, but this is probably going to be the most long-term experienced use review that I've ever done. And it's not a beard oil, and it's not a beard balm. There are no scents, and there are no labels for me to read. This one is coming to you from the Chicago Comb Company. Something I think you might be sleeping on. So come right back after this and let's check out what I got to say about these badass combs. All right. So something I've always kind of used and really have taken for granted as far as communicating to those of you in the beard community. I want to go ahead and remedy that and rectify that today. So combs is something that we just kind of look at for, of course, its use, but cool looking combs get the love and get the sales. But I want to talk to you about something that I see very few people on, that I have found a great deal of use and purpose in, that's working well above and beyond what everybody thinks is the greatest. So I think everybody knows or has heard the name Kent comb. Everybody talks about a Kent comb. And I've had a Kent comb, and I thought it was pretty decent. Carried just a little bit of static for me, and I don't like static, especially in my beard, specifically because I use a blow dryer. Couldn't stand it, and I ran across the Chicago Comb Company, and I've realized that through actually Sea-Dog's Beard Company introduced me to Chicago Comb Company and let me know that these combs were carbon fiber. And all he had to do was say that they were anti-static, and I was like, man, that's what I need. Let me check it out. So actually, Sea-Dog's Beard Company had sold my very first Chicago comb to me, branded with their logo, really cool. I started using that and really fell in love with the ease of use and the anti-static predominantly. But with it came strength, and they looked good. They just simply worked. They weren't your regular, Walmart comb. Those are terrible for us. And they weren't that. It wasn't that Kent comb that carried just a little bit of that static for me. So let me introduce you to my family of Chicago combs. And I've been using these for months. Gosh knows, I think it's eight months or more that I've been using a Chicago comb. But over that time, I've picked up more. So the very first Chicago comb that I got is the number 1. And if you can see, it's actually got the Sea-Dog's Beard Company logo on it. This is something that he included in a pack for his beard oil and balm and stuff. But use this, and just loved how smooth it is. I want to try to get in there real close. You may or may not see some hair in there. These things get used every day. And I do see something in there that is a piece of dirt or something. It is not a burr. There are no burrs on this whatsoever, and they are strong. I mean, I'm putting some stank on it. Strong. So this has got a little bit wider teeth, and I found that it was super duper easy just to keep in my pocket, and this was my go-to go everywhere comb, and I absolutely loved it. And it comes with a fidget spinner. I mean, you can't beat that. I can't count how many times I've been sitting around waiting, doing something, just spinning a comb. Probably look like a turd doing it, but I do it anyway. So my very first one, the number 1, that came from Sea-Dog's, but it's a Chicago comb. Absolutely love that comb. Now, the next one I got is a number 2 Chicago comb, but it is not carbon fiber. It is polished stainless steel. That's mirrored, and that thing's beautiful. So it's tiny, comes with a really nice case. I don't get much use for this out of beard because it's just simply too small, and my beard hair is too coarse to get in there. But this is great for your head hair. If you've got style, if you want to accentuate your wardrobe or accent your wardrobe, this one would probably be a really good choice for you. Now keep in mind that this isn't a beard only comb company. This company makes combs for all types, for all uses, for everything. So our number 2 mirrored stainless would not be the best thing for your beard. It's not the best thing for my beard. But if you had a shorter beard or I guess a less coarse beard, or maybe just a goatee, that might work for you. But in beard, this one didn't work too well for me, but it's not designed for that. This is designed for some type of style and accents to go with your outfit. If you've got fancy schmancy hair, I don't have too much hair. I won't take my hat off to show you, but we are working with nubs up top. So don't get much use out of this one, but I think it's super duper sleek. Very, very nice comb. So the next one we got is the number 5 stainless steel. Now you can see on this one, this is stainless steel. Of course it ain't bending, that is stainless. We've got a machined out Chicago comb logo there for the C and the asterisk. You'll notice that the teeth on this are considerably wider than anything else I've shown you. Now the number 1, you can see how close they are together in comparison. So the number 5 actually works really good. I don't use it very often. Occasionally, I've always got it sitting there, but whenever I'm coming out of the shower, wet beard, and just want to slightly dry it off, this is great for the wide tines to get through that fresh out of the shower beard. This doesn't get much use from me, but that's a perfect use for it. I've got another comb that does that. But this one has got a baby brother. A pocket-sized baby brother. Really, really good comb. Really heavy duty. Really strong and durable. And doubles for your head hair too. Actually, I used that one more on my head hair when I had longer hair. And I got a lot of use out of it. Because it gave me that look that I wanted. Now, these last 2 combs are the ones I use every single day without fail. Predominantly the number 6. This would be a replacement to your traditional Kent comb that you're accustomed to. We've got a close tine side and a wide tine side. Now there are a lot of people that their beard is too coarse where this short tine side might not work too well for their beards. We're talking about beards today. But this is a great option, and that is every bit of 4 inches across there. Every bit of 4 inches. So you've got a lot of real estate. And normally if I'm not using the number 5 out of shower, the very first tines that go through my beard are the wide tines on the number 6 Chicago comb, carbon fiber. So I'll go ahead and hit that first, and then hit it on the close tine side, just to draw the rest of that water out, make sure that we're lined up the way we want to be before we put oil in. And the close tines for me work perfectly on oil distribution, making sure everything's in there even, at least to my skin, and boy does it feel great when you run against your skin and scratch it. Every single day, several times a day, this comb gets my love. It gets my attention. I really, truly love that. Before I get too far off of the number 6, I want to point out that the close tine side, for me, from my beard and its texture, provides the perfect amount of resistance when I'm blow drying, because most of us blow dry our beards a little bit just to get them a little bit straighter than what they're supposed to be. Not bone straight. Not many people like that. I don't. So this close tine side provides the perfect amount of resistance for me to get behind that with a blow dryer and actually pull that out. And it really does help a lot. Now, the most recent addition to the Chicago comb family, they recently released this and actually used me. I was honored. They used me to help. Is the number 7. You might ask yourself, Rob, what are you doing with a pick? I'm going to tell you what I'm doing with a pick. I'm using the mess out of this thing. So if you've ever used a pick before, you know what it's meant to do. It is meant to fluff out. There are days where I have lazy day beards, where I don't want to be bone straight, where I want to kind of just get up under there and pick it out. I just want to fluff it out. So I had a pick like this before, but it was considerably shorter. I lost at least 1 inch off the top of that. And I could never get deep in my beard enough to let him act like a pick would act. So this thing right here, just where it's sitting right there, that's almost touching my Adam's apple. I've got full penetration on that. So in instances where, for me, it's on weekends, where I don't want to blow dry too much, where I don't want to be bone straight, and I just kind of want to be fluffed out or blown out, for the lack of a better term, this is going to be my go-to. So very, very easily, I'll right out of the shower or however I am, I'm just going to go ahead and get this thing, and I want to pull this stuff out and get it up off my neck and just kind of let it sit. And this thing does wonderfully to do that. So I can do that down, or I can do it up first, normally is what I'll do. And watch the teeth come out. I mean, I've got plenty of beard in there that's getting handled. And if I wanted to knock it down, if it's a little bit too full for me, normally works really great when you're fresh putting oil and or balm or butter in it. But I'll come behind it with the number 6 just to kind of knock it down flat to get the stragglies away. And it comes with a free fidget spinner. Can't beat that. We'd be fidget spinning all the time. So in my comb arsenal, I've tried a lot of things. I've tried this one. I think this is a teasing comb of some sort. But it doesn't really work very well. It does provide a lot of resistance. I just don't like the way it feels, and it feels as if it's pulling some of that oil out of my beard. There's more beard on the comb, or excuse me, more oil on the comb than there is left in my beard when I get done with using this. So I really don't use it very often. It's got to be a special occasion. Another one I've got in my arsenal that I've laid down virtually since Chicago comb is a Suavecito comb. Anybody knows anything about these? These are very nice combs. They feel phenomenal going through your beard. They're super soft and super smooth, but the most static that I've ever had to tolerate. And this thing cost me nearly 30 bucks, I think. Nice comb, but it kills me on static, and I can't use it. I just can't use it. We all know about the Oxhorn combs. Oxhorn combs are great for longer beards if you really just don't want to keep everything dialed in and you just want it all kind of going in a general direction. I guess maybe when you get a longer beard, these might work a lot better, but it doesn't work very well for me. And another genre of combs that I just cannot get accustomed to, I just can't get to work for me, and I don't understand why, is wood combs. I have tried, and I have tried, and I've tried. I can't get these big beefy things to do anything to my beard other than to push it aside. That's really all it's doing. It's just kind of pushing it aside. Maybe for a big, long, burly beard or a very, very coarse, unkept type look, those types of combs don't work for me. But bottom line, Chicago comb, specifically the ones for beards, I'm going to let you know right now. These three, the number 7, the number 1, and the number 6. These have been my absolute go-tos for my beard. Without these, I don't know what in the world I'd be using. I'd be using all kinds of craziness with all kinds of static, but I get no jagged edges. They're all extremely, extremely strong, extremely durable. I love them, and they're relatively inexpensive. You might be surprised. Go check them out. But anyhow, I realized that I was sitting on the gold mine of Chicago combs, and I have really not communicated that to you folks. And I've been using these for months. They've been part of my daily regimen every single day. And I just wanted to give that to you guys to give you an option that you might not even know about. So just because someone says it's the best thing ever, don't always have to necessarily go with that. Think for yourself. Try everything out yourself and make your own decisions. I want to be here to help you do that. That's all I got, guys. Today was comb day. I appreciate y'all hanging around this long, if you did. But y'all have a great weekend and take care of your beards.